Hi, my name is Brian from Denmark, your tech friend, and in this video I'll answer two questions actually. The first one I'll answer is, should you upgrade to the Google Pixel 6? This one. And another one is, should you upgrade if you are wearing racks like these? And indeed you should, but that's a question with duality because maybe you have used all your money for the Google Pixel 6. Not implying. Let me just start by telling you some of the pluses I found on this phone after using it about a month. The feel of the phone is like very exclusive and nice. I really think it looks pretty. It's kind of a design icon. This particular one, I've just bought this outer case for because it doesn't come with a case in the box, unfortunately. But this is like a kind of semi-rubbery, semi-grippy cover, but it just makes for like some sort of coloring to it. Because I bought the black one, the charcoal theme. And it has a very good call quality actually. The sound is very nice in the speaker when you call. And then with Android 12 you can decide if you want mic access and video access on or off all the time. And that is of course because Google and other corporations are constantly on the lookout for your information about you. So they can target endless amount of marketing towards you. And that's another thing I actually don't like about this phone is because the internet up in the top left there is always on when you turn the phone on, like with the iPhones. So you have each and every time I have to go in and disable Wi-Fi. Then another thing, the sound that comes out of this phone is like, I don't like it all that much. Let me just show you real quick. Okay, so that's how it sounds before I've actually downloaded an equalizer. There's no equalizer in Android 12 for some reason, or not, and also not in this phone. So I downloaded a standalone equalizer app, and this is how it sounds with that one on. And now, as you probably noticed, it become a little less loud because I suppressed some of the top, the very top, and a little about the top middle, and even some of the right at the middle to just make it a more balanced and equal sound. But it's super annoying that it doesn't have equalizer built into it. Then another thing I don't like about this phone is that I actually don't like this updated Android 12. Why is there all these rolling menus of text going on there? What is the purpose of that? That is just stupid. No designer with any kind of respect for himself would do that. But those things are just the minor things because now we are getting serious. If you look at this Geekbench score, you may say, oh, that looks pretty respectable. And indeed it does. I'll just show you this also. It is on the Google Pixel 6. And you can see the speed of each cluster also here. But what you do not want to see is this. This is a real life stress test. It's a GPU oriented test that presses the CPU and GPU for a long time with some 3D graphics. And look at the drop there. Look at that drop. Drops from 6,633. At the first round, each round takes about a minute where you just display some 3D graphics, and down to 3,051. That's over 50% drop in performance over a 20 minutes period. And you may say to yourself, oh, I don't normally use my phone for hard extensive tasks. No, but that one time where you have to do it and you have to like get this phone pressed for what it's able to do, then it will throttle on you heavily and underperform seriously. And when I say that, that's not only in numbers, because I've also been playing PUBG on this phone and it got so hot, especially around the edges for some reason. I think they just made this because, to like that the heat dissipate around the edges, and that's kind of clever, of course, but the problem is it gets so hot around the edges that you really cannot touch it. Also here in the stress test, it says it goes up to all the way up to 42 degrees Celsius. And that's hot. You cannot hold that for a long period of time when playing. And then it comes to another problem, because when playing PUBG, also the touch on the screen, it got, besides being extremely warm around the edges, also the touch on the screen got unresponsive. So I had like moments where I pressed the screen and like nothing happened at all. So I just had to press down long on the screen and then do a slow movement for the screen itself to register when playing PUBG. So you cannot under any circumstances play demanding tasks, demanding titles on this phone. Just a fair bit of warning already now. Perhaps they can correct this in software updates to come, but that's where we are right now at the beginning of this lifespan of this phone. I've had it for around a month now. And then you may say to yourself, okay, but I'm not a gamer, I will never play any demanding tasks, I only play Heyday and nothing else. But I like to take photography. Also, you like to take photography. I went on a photo shoot with this phone the other day, and it got really hot around the camera also. Luckily, it was piss cold outside because we're in Denmark, so it was kind of nice to have such a warm phone warming your hands. But if you live in like any kind of tropic or semi-tropical environment, this phone will become extremely hot if you shoot some videos outdoors and use it for extended period of time for filming and camera and text. So it's also not for camera photography, this phone. And that's a bit sad because it actually is a pretty cool camera phone. But if you live in semi-tropic or tropic device, you should not buy this phone, period. If you're thinking about upgrading to this one, you may be, I would suspect, be on the Google Pixel 2, Google Pixel 3. If you're on the 3, perhaps you're tired of the poor battery life and stuff, and you just want to upgrade to this. And of course, that should be a consideration to you. If you're on the 5 and on the 4, you shouldn't even consider this one. So should you upgrade to the Google Pixel 6 or should you buy some new racks? That's an easy question. You should definitely go out and buy some new racks because this looks, I would say, not disgusting, but this is, you cannot really do that to other people. My name is Brian from Denmark, your tech friend, and I'll see you in the next one.